Hi everyone, welcome back to electricpetrolhead. As you know, I'm an ex-future owner of Tesla cars. I'm a shareholder. I'm a massive fan of what Elon and his team are doing with Tesla. And I follow him on Twitter, like millions of you probably do. So when I saw this tweet, and I'll put it up now, and it was Elon basically saying we must pass the great filter. And then he replied to that tweet and said, that is our purpose. And I sort of went, you are? That then led to a little bit of a rabbit hole of Googling. And I thought I'd share what I found because although it can be a very complicated theory and there's lots of debate on what exactly the filter is and everything, when you break it down to the pure concept, it becomes a very simple concept. And it's something that I think we should all think about, especially at the moment with climate change and everything that's going on. So let me sort of explain how I understand it, and if I'm wrong, please comment below. Because this is something I'm actually interested in, and I'm really interested in hearing lots of different viewpoints. So fundamentally, what the theory goes is, as you are going through the sort of evolution of life, you go sort of like this. And at some point, you're going to hit what is called the great filter. And the great filter is basically the thing you need to pass through to almost exist forever. And now the problem is, when you become a more complicated society like we're living in today, you start using natural resources. And this is where I think Elon's coming from on this. So there's other sort of theories, but I think this is the key one. So you start using natural resources like oil and gas and all this type of thing. That is a finite source. So if that runs out, you are pretty screwed. And what happens is there's a downside of using these natural resources, and that's all the pollution they cause. So in our current sort of world, we are burning oil, we are burning gas, and we are using things that are finite and can only be used once. So that's the big difference between, say, digging up some lithium and making a battery. That battery can then last for a long time and be reused and reused and reused. That's a lot better than digging up some oil, burning it, and putting loads of pollution into the atmosphere, which then damages the atmosphere. So what Elon is saying here, and what the theory says, is as you are going through your evolution, you are using these natural resources, which is creating pollution, and at some point you're going to run out of the natural resource anyway. But in the meantime, you're creating so much pollution. Is that reversible? And if it's not reversible, then you are in a situation where you hit the great filter. And that is basically the filter that stops life, fundamentally. So it's quite serious. So the argument is, if you look at a time scale of millions and millions of years, there have been loads of other planets that we don't even know exist, who have got to the same sort of place that we are now, but then carried on and then created so much pollution and so many issues with the environment that the planet then becomes uninhabitable. And then they die, which is kind of rubbish. So Elon's point, and this is what is fascinating, and just go off and Google the great filter and all these other sort of theories, is that if we are going to survive as a human race on Earth and soon Mars, then we need to be able to do this in a sustainable way that's going to last for, a million years or so for human life. Where, as at the moment, we're just not doing it quick enough to move to sustainable means. So if you're watching this video, the likelihood is you're already thinking about using renewable energy at home. You might have an electric car, you're thinking about it, and maybe you've cut back on your, meat intake and, flying and things like that. So these are all really good things, and we just need to be doing more. So yeah, go and Google the great filter. I found it fascinating, and it's there's a lot of more reading to do, and I'm very much just on the start of understanding it. But I thought I'd share because I found it interesting. Hopefully someone else watching this will find it interesting as well. Thanks for watching. See you soon in another video. Bye.